something that we both loved, that I thought they developed well as the season went on, is Roy and Keely's relationship. And
Yeah.
I actually, this is one of my favorite parts of the show. And obviously both these characters are not on the team, so the season doesn't really matter as much to them. So this works when I had the critique earlier. But so why I really enjoy this is that the characters are both very strong individuals by themselves, but they're both going through massive changes at their lives while trying to work on a relationship together. Roy's obviously retired. In his mind, he is on the decline. He had reached the pinnacle of his chosen profession, and now he's trying to figure out his way through life without it. Keely, on the other hand, when we met her in season 1, was lost. She didn't know what she was supposed to do. She was dating Jamie Tart. She was doing panda and lion shoots. She didn't know what to do with her life, and over the course of that season and this season, she has been finding her legs, her voice, and her career is taking off and is in the ascendancy, and her pinnacle is yet to come. And that is a difficult dynamic to reconcile in a lot of relationships. And it's a big point this season, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's I love that relationship because especially in season 2, it's very, very clear that Roy and Keely do not need each other. They would be just fine on their own. But they want to be with each other. They choose to be with each other, and they continue choosing to be with each other. And that is a fantastic example to set for how a healthy relationship should be. You shouldn't be with your partner because you need them. You should be with your partner because you want to be with them.
Yeah, I think
that's just a beautiful dynamic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
And they do actually. They are both, like I said, strong individuals, but I do think they find that they need each other because they find that each other makes them a better person. Keely is very self-conscious. She has a lot of self-image issues, and Roy helps her work through that. While on the other hand, Roy, like I said, is lost. He doesn't know what to do, and Keely gives him purpose. She gives him something to work for, which is their relationship, and also opportunities that she is working on for him. And they both realize that they are better together than apart, even though that they could be apart and would be fine. And that's pretty cool to see, because there's a lot of times in the season, relationship, I'm like, are they going to end this? They could end it. They could break up, and they don't. They work through, and it shows that good relationships are work. It's hard work, but as the old saying goes, hard work works.
Yeah. I mean, I recently celebrated my 10th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
And thank you. It was a nice milestone for us. But it's not always been, wine and roses. It's tough to make a true partnership like that work. And it takes a profound understanding of the person that you are with. And it also takes a better understanding of yourself in order to help your partner genuinely fulfill their potential. And it's work. It's hard work, but it's absolutely worth it if you're with the right person. So, yeah, it's just really encouraging to see that on TV. Usually relationships on television or in movies, it's all about the fire. It's all about the passion. You fight, you make up. And so long as you think the other one's pretty, it's going to work out. But that is not how it works in the real world. And it's just really nice to see something a little bit more realistic on TV.
Mm-hmm. And this, I think, that transitions to a question you wanted to talk about, and that is this show shows the difference between what you think you want and what you actually need. So can you expand on that, or what you liked about that in the show?
Yeah, there were a lot of character arcs this season talking about that dealt with them pursuing what they thought that they wanted and not really getting the fulfillment that they expected, either in the process of going after it or even in actually attaining it. It just feels hollow if you're not chasing the correct thing. And then kind of along the way, discovering that there are flaws within yourself that are holding you back from actually really achieving your potential. And it may feel like a diversion, like a side quest, but fixing yourself is always the first step to fixing everything else. You cannot change the world if you're a hot mess, mm-hmm. right? This kind of goes back to like Jordan Peterson and his advice is like, fix yourself first. Mm-hmm. Like clean your room, sort your own stuff out, and then maybe once you get that in order, you can presume to change the world. But it's really interesting how these diversions happen. I mean, Rebecca is trying to get back in the dating game, and she realizes that she is not ready. Like she's got her own like trust issues, and she's terrified of commitment and of like big feelings that can happen in a relationship. And she figures out that she needs to figure that out before she gets herself into a serious relationship. And she does kind of start dating Sam. And
a lot
she
of
sees that
HR
has
problems.
Which that, like, HR issues aside, dating your employee, basically. Let's leave that aside for right now. She realizes that she's not in a correct headspace to be what Sam would want and Sam needs. Mm-hmm. She cannot be the best partner to him that she can be so long as she's dealing with all of these feelings of fear inside of herself. And so she has to let go of what she thinks she wants, which is a new romantic relationship, to pursue what she actually needs, which is working on herself. Mm-hmm. And we see this bringing in the sports psychologist for the team, Ted dealing with his panic attacks. Even the relationship between Beard and Jane is very weird. And like, you can see that Beard is approaching that tipping point where he knows that he needs to actually figure out what it is he needs, and why he can't seem to ever like quit Jane, which is a very tumultuous relationship. Like, they break up and get back together like every day. So, it's interesting to watch these things play out. And like, with the new captain, what is his name? Captain of the team, big guy.
Yeah.
But he's having some trouble. Like, he's not really establishing himself as a leader with the team. He's missing some basic plays, all that good stuff. So, you know what? Roy takes him to go play a pickup game in like the tennis courts nearby where Roy grew up, so that he can remember that it is a game and it's supposed to be fun. And isn't that why we started doing this in the first place? Just mm-hmm. really digging into what it is that you actually need to be the best person that you can be.